Hey, I'm Constanze from TV Movie Online in Germany. So nice talking to you. How are you doing?
Good, good. How are you?
Samantha? Ich weiß, wer du bist. Ich habe das schon durchgemacht. Sehr oft. Das ist jetzt dein Leben und das bedeutet, wer auch immer es ist, der wird nicht aufhören, dich zu jagen. Bereit?
Hierfür? Niemals.
The film is finally coming to the theaters. Everybody is really excited. The fans are excited. How much pressure did you actually feel to live up to the hopes and expectations of these people?
Ooh. I don't think you can think too much about that because that's a rabbit hole that could easily spin you out, especially like in the middle of the night. But of course, you just do your best, and we had such a great filmmaking team and incredible cast. So I think we were well positioned to hopefully play to the bar that the high bar that is Scream.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you actually remember the last time you saw, or the first time you saw the original movie? And do you have a special memory from that?
I feel like you have a more interesting story. 'Cause you saw it in theaters. I didn't get to.
Yeah, I did. I saw it in theaters. I actually auditioned for the first Scream. Believe it or not, it was the hot project that all actors in Hollywood were clamoring to be in. And then when it came out, I realized why. I mean, it was even more amazing than it was on the page. And I just remember being in the theater like, what is this world? I had never seen anything like it. The fact that it was so terrifying and yet so funny and so smart and self-referential, it was just this groundbreaking tone. So that was my first impression. I was hooked like everybody else. And then to be able to be a part of it ultimately in 4, and now this installment, I was like, yes, I get to be a part of this amazing, strange universe and franchise. So that was my experience.
Yeah, and considering it's a horror movie, are you guys actually easily frightened? And if so, do you remember the last time you were really, really frightened?
Ooh, I love getting scared. I chase after all the Halloween events and mazes and haunted houses and things like that. So I guess it was like just last October when I was just going to every Halloween event under the sun because they were all closed in 2020. So when they were all open in 2021, I was just raging. I was going crazy. So that was for me the last time, I guess.
I'm curious, would you have to face Ghostface? What do you think? Would you rather run and hide, or would you fight him and be all in?
It depends on the outcome.
But what would your instinct? Are you fight or flight?
I think it depends. Like if there's a chance for flight, then I'm gonna run from Ghostface. But if it's in a situation where I can protect someone or where it's like I'm sort of backed into a corner, of course I'd fight.
And you think you would survive actually?
I like to think so. I mean, it depends on who the killer is, which movie you're in, right? I think that, but what I do like about Ghostface and Scream movies is that Ghostface is not invincible. These are just some of the characters in the movie that happen to be under the mask. And I love the scenes where people easily knock down Ghostface, or Ghostface trips up, or has to pick themselves back up. Like you don't see that a lot. And I think in some of the more, not the more, but other iconic like horror characters, I like that Ghostface you can have an upper hand sometimes like Ghostface. I think it's fun.
However, though, even though we know that it's got to be a character in the movie, when that costume is on, all of a sudden Ghostface feels larger than
Yes.
impenetrable, like nothing is going to take Ghostface. Like it's terrifying, right? And intimidating.
Und ich werde nicht schlafen, bis tot ist.
Hallo Sydney. Es ist mir eine Ehre.